Vans here. We started up in the air with engines that conquered the skies. Then we went to sea with power plants that moved entire nations. And now we're back on land, full circle. But this time, it's not about brute power, it's about elegance that hides it. The early 2000 luxury sedans, cars that looked calm but carried a quiet kind of authority. The type that didn't need to shout to make you stare. And before we dive in, yes, I was born in the late 90s, but somehow I ended up knowing more about cars that came out before I could even ride a bike. I didn't memorize this stuff, it just stuck. Guess that's what happens when curiosity meets combustion. So let's take a dive through 5 machines that defined what real luxury meant, back when cars still had personality. We start with a car that looked like the quiet one at the meeting until it opened its mouth. The Audi A8, particularly around the early 2000s, wasn't just a luxury sedan, it was Audi's engineering thesis on subtle power. See, while everyone else was flaunting chrome grills and V12 badges, Audi decided to be the quiet genius in the room. Under its hood sat the W12 engine, a monoblock masterpiece. Instead of two separate cylinder banks bolted together like most engines, the W12 was born as one piece, compact, balanced, and smooth. That same W12 philosophy became the bearing heart of the Bentley Continental GT. Yes, the one that turned heads in Monaco and Dubai alike. Audi's innovation literally powered Bentley's revival. And yet, the A8 stayed modest. Aluminium body, quattro system, business suit on the outside, rocket scientist on the inside. It was the kind of car you'd expect a secret agent to drive if he'd taken early retirement and now invests quietly in tech startups. Then there's the S-Class. Every generation of this car sets the tone for what luxury means in its time. And the early 2000s W220, that was the world leader. Mercedes shaved down the bulk, refined the design, and packed it with tech no one else dared to try yet. Adaptive suspension, radar cruise, keyless go. It was elegance and dominance in one smooth package. Sure, some of them aged with a few electrical gremlins, but that doesn't change the fact that this was the car that told the world luxury is about effortless intelligence. You didn't need to say much pulling up in a W220. The car spoke fluent success. Next, we have the BMW 7 Series E38. Now, the BMW 7 Series, the E38, that's where emotion met precision. While Mercedes aimed for the boardroom, BMW built something for the driver. It had a shape that looked right from every angle. Serious, understated, and balanced. Under the hood, smooth V8s and even a mighty V12 in the 750iL. But the magic wasn't just in power, it was in feel. The car didn't isolate you from the road, it made you part of it. It handled like it knew what you were thinking. Luxury here wasn't just about comfort, it was about control. And that's why, even today, the E38 still has a cult following. It's timeless, purposeful, and still one of the cleanest shapes BMW ever drew. Then across the ocean, Japan was cooking something different. The Lexus LS 430. You see, Toyota didn't just want to compete, they wanted to perfect. The LS 430 was built like it was designed by engineers, not marketers. Every panel gap, every stitch, every button click, refined to silence. The car didn't make you feel rich, it made you feel at peace. It wasn't fast, but it didn't need to be. It was reliable, quiet, and felt like it would last forever. Even today, these things outlive their rivals with minimal fuss. Luxury here wasn't about flash, it was about flawlessness. And then there's the Jaguar XJ, X308 to be precise. Elegance with an accent, British charm in automotive form. It had a long hood, real wood inside, and a 4-liter V8 that sounded like old money and mischief at the same time. You didn't buy a Jag to blend in, you bought it because it had soul. It wasn't the most advanced car on the list, but it was the most alive. The steering, the smell, the way it glided, it felt human. The kind of car that didn't need perfection because it had character. These five, the A8, the S Class, the 7 Series, the LS430, and the XJ, they defined what luxury used to mean. Before the world went touchscreen crazy, before everything started to feel like it came from the same template. The Audi A8 quietly changed how cars were built. Its aluminium and monoblock heart echoing all the way into Bentley's DNA. The S-Class set the rules. The 7 Series made them exciting. The LS430 mastered reliability. And the Jaguar, it reminded everyone that machines can still have personality. And me, I was just a kid when these cars ruled the roads. But I guess that's how knowledge works. It doesn't care about your age. It just finds you if you're curious enough. Hit like if you enjoyed the video.